Okay, welcome to this tutorial for setting up your blog through Blogger. I'm just going to begin by talking through what I've already done. So what I've already done in this case is I've opened up a Chrome browser. It's important that you try and use Chrome because Google, obviously it's a Google product and so is Blogger, so they tend to work well together. And I've also logged in, so you can see here I've logged in using my Leeds Beckett account. So if you log in using your student account, and then as you can see here, I've got all my apps open here with the app drawer, and I'm just going to click on Blogger to get started. You might need to go to the blog URL, which is here. You can see here it's just blogger.com. So let's get started. So once you're logged in, as long as you're logged into Chrome, you should come to a page here. For you, this might be blank, or it might be showing your blog from last year. What we want to do is click New Blog, and in the title page we want to give it, well, you can call it what you like, but what I would say is it's important that you put your name in the title so that that helps us determine which blog belongs to which person. So I'm just going to call mine CP2, or let's call it Dave Piggott CP2. And the address could be the same, whatever works. I've already set one up like that. Let's try David, it's better. So once we've got a title and address, as long as you make sure your name's in the title, we can get cracking. It does give you an option to do some templates, so I'll just choose the simple one. That's okay for now. I'm going to hit create blog. This will take me to the if you like the control panel for my blog, and there's a couple of things I'm going to do first before I really get started. I'm going to go into settings first of all, and I can do a couple of things here. So I could give my blog a description, so I could call it, for example, Dave's Placement, Reflections, whatever, you know, and that will appear as a subheading on the blog. Importantly, we're going to go into privacy as well. Now we'll talk a bit more about privacy as we go through the module, but initially, just to start with, we're going to click no under these two options. So that basically means that the blog's not going to be listed in Blogger's own listings or available through search engine. So it just helps to keep it invisible to anybody searching. Just going to click save. And also we can look at permissions. Now initially, obviously, it'll just be you here and you'll just be down as an admin. We can add authors or we can add readers. Now my suggestion at this point is, if you've got friends, peers who you would like to be able to read your blog and comment on it and things, you could add them here. So we can go to readers, and again we can choose some options. So for example, we can say it's private but only certain readers can look at it, and then I can add some readers, and let's say I wanted in fact, let's have a look. I can choose some contacts. So let's say I wanted, I don't know, Sue to be able to read my blog. I can do this, or I could just manually type in an email address here. So you can add readers if you like. Otherwise, your blog will be invisible to everybody, apart from people you choose. So my advice is that you probably click private and give certain readers access. The other thing is, you probably would like to give your tutor access. So if your tutor's Bobby, for example, you can just go to add readers and type in Patterson at Leeds Beckett.ac.uk, and that will add Bobby as a reader. Now he'll get an invitation, he'll have to accept that invitation as a reader, but once he's done so, he can then he can read your blog and comment on your posts. And that might be useful because he might be able to, or any of the tutors will be able to give you feedback. If you get blogging early, we can give you formative feedback, and that will help you improve as you go along. Okay, so my suggestion is go down to blog readers, change it from public to private, and add a couple of readers, people you might want to be able to look at it. Now we might be able to change them as we go through, but that's just a sort of good default place to start. So that's just the settings. Now, another thing we want to do is, and again, if you look at the assessment brief, you'll see that obviously the blog has got two types of content, pages and posts. Pages are content which you're going to kind of stick up. It's going to be static content, and it's going to be material that we might pull in from, for example, other modules. So I'm going to create a new page, and again, this is just a suggestion, but I would suggest that you have a page that says planning or something of that nature, and in here we might put material that you bring in from Sport Curriculum 2, where you're going to be developing a medium-term plan. Okay, so you could bring that material straight over and show us what kinds of planning you're doing, the types of session plans you're using, not a load of stuff, but just examples of how you plan. Okay, if you want to publish the page, just hit publish. Let's have another one, so let's go new page, and let's also have about placement. So again, this would just be a bit of information about the placement where you're at. So it could be, you could add here, say for example, a photograph of the, if you're working at a club, it could be a photograph of the club, the clubhouse, the pictures, a bit of description about who they are, maybe a link to their website, that type of thing. And we probably also want something on needs analysis. So again, it won't be till next semester, but you'll take Participant Development 2, and in Participant Development 2, one of your assessments is to conduct a needs analysis of a group. Now my suggestion is again that you have a go at this earlier on, as in when you begin your placement. So this is where we want you to collect a bit of information about the group that you're going to be coaching. So if it was, say, I don't know, you're going to be assisting a FA skills coach in a school PE session, with 8 and 9-year-olds, say, then you might talk to the teacher and ask them about the kids, whereabouts are they. You might talk to the coach, try and get an idea. You might conduct some observations, and all of that information can go here in needs analysis. So it's a bit more information about the group, about the participants you're going to be coaching. So you can add other pages if you like, but I think at least these 3 would be a good starting point. Now, in order to get these pages to show up on your blog, we can go to layout, and you can see at the moment this is just showing me how my blog is going to be laid out, so what components are going to be in what positions. Now my suggestion would be, it depends on the style you're using, but if you go to cross column here, and we're going to go add gadget, and we're going to find the gadget that says pages, and we're going to click the little plus button, and again you can here select which pages you want it to show. So we want it to show all of our pages, so we're going to click on them all, and then go down to save. Hit save arrangement again, and then if you wanted to have a look, say view blog, you'll see here now that these pages show up here underneath the title of my blog. Alright, so that's if we want our pages to show. The last main thing I want to get into and have a look at is posts. So once you start your placement and you have some of these sort of important reflection in action processes or moments, and you feel it's sufficiently important that you want to write a blog post about it. So let's say, for example, you tried something new in your coaching and it went really well, and you wanted to say why you think it went really well and what happened. So I'm going to write a post about that. So I'm going to hit create new post, and let's say, I don't know, for example, I used a new questioning approach in my coaching and it worked really well. So I'm going to call it questions. Okay, So I'll give it a title. I can obviously just write the text straight in here. If I wanted to, say, drop in a video or an image, I can do that here. Obviously need those available through my computer. If I wanted to refer back to, say, the session plan that I'd use, so if I wanted to refer the reader to, say, my session plan where I'd written down the question I was going to use, I could write down see session plan, and I can create a link back to my session plan here. So if I hit link, and then the web address I could put in would be, for example, a link to a document that I'd saved in Google Drive. So I could save my session plan in Google Drive, create a link to it and stick it in here. Okay, so there's all kinds of things you can do. Hopefully we should be able to make them fairly dynamic in here, and so we can keep the posts or the posts looking good. Obviously you can just go in and edit these, so if you wanted to go back at some point in the future and edit this and tidy it up, or maybe add some pictures and bits and pieces in, that'd be fine. One other thing with posts, just to help us when we're sort of looking at your blogs and marking them, it's useful if you label them. So if we click on labels here, and we can say, for example, let's say my post is about questions, so I'm going to put questions. Let's say I was coaching a football session, so I could put football. Let's say in talking about questions I was drawing on some teaching English understanding literature, so I might put TGFU. So whatever you think might be relevant to your post. So this is basically like tagging things, or like hashtags in Twitter. We're just trying to give the reader a sense of what the main content is in the post. So once you've done the labels, click done, and again it will sort of tag this post with these particular labels. Always hit update or save when you've finished working, and again you can see these are now popping up here. Just one last thing, if you want the labels to show, if you go back to the layout, and let's say I want my labels to appear here on the sidebar, again I need to add a gadget, so let me find the labels one. Here it is, and I click add, and again I can choose how they are shown alphabetically. I'll probably go by frequency and cloud. That's just my preference to how they're shown, but again you can always come back and edit all this later, and hit save. And now again, save arrangement. And when I go back to my blog, if I just refresh this, now you can see this labels tab has opened up, and you can see some of the labels. So what will happen is you add more blog posts over the course of the year and label them, the more popular labels will now show up much bigger here. So the more times I refer to a particular theme, it would pop up here as bigger. So that helps us as assessors see what kinds of things you've been reflecting on more frequently. So I think that's it for the moment. Obviously there's lots more to do with these things. If you go back to Blogger at any point, like the home page, you'll notice that there's there's stuff you can read, there's suggestions of what other posts to read. There's a help center down at the bottom of the page, which gives you loads of information about how to use Blogger, and pretty much anything you want to do in here is you can find videos on YouTube about, or Google. So rather than kind of coming to us or coming to your tutors as your first stop, I'd always recommend going to the help center or just using YouTube to find out solutions to problems. Okay, so you figure your way out around it, get yourself set up, and get blogging as soon as possible, and that'll help you get your assessment done in quick time to the highest possible standards. Okay, that's enough for now, I think.